flex right stack, 394 dragon smoke, kill, turbo, suffer right. Y2, green right off nasty, power 2, Y2, the X base right. Don't that feel good with the crowd behind you? You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back in the huddle. First podcast of the regular season. You hype? You ready to go?
What it do, y'all? Yeah, man, it's going to be a hectic season. I can already feel it, man. I can already feel it.
I'm excited to get to watch some football finally. I see it's a game on right now, actually. The Steelers and the Houston.
Yeah.
But nobody really playing. So,
I mean,
catch highlights.
if we want to hop straight into that, speaking of the Steelers, you know, Justin Fields looked like he might take Russell's spot while he hurt.
Yeah, I did see a clip of the game a minute ago where he got sacked by Daniel Hunter. That was about it. So I mean, I'm hoping that I'm hoping he pushes for it to start. I mean, fantasy wise, I'd rather have Justin Fields play. NFL wise, you probably want Wilson to play.
Right.
But I'm trying to figure out from the Steelers standpoint, are they like really trying to go for Super Bowl, or are they trying to rebuild a little bit? Like, I don't know what their identity is.
I think they are definitely in like the midst of like, if a quarterback plays well, they could make a run with that defense.
It's solid, and you know,
but how likely? Not really. So they're in the worst position. They're like in the tween stage of like, should we completely retool, or should we like completely rebuild and see what we can do?
Yeah, they're like right at 8-8 or whatever it is now, 9-8. That's the kind of caliber they have right now. Yeah. And I saw that they're trying to make a trade for Ayuk, and I was just like, for what? Why waste the draft picks for it? You can't do nothing with them.
Exactly.
Speaking of Ayuk, I see that they're trying to renegotiate with him now.
Yeah, he trying to get paid. He deserves to get paid. $30 million a year.
I mean, look, don't get me started on the NFL and why and why people get paid what they do. It's ridiculous. But I mean, it is what it is. It's the way it is now.
Yeah, that's true. D-Hop out 4 to 6 weeks with a sprained knee. I feel like he just might gotta hang it up. Like he about to end up like Julio Jones.
Yeah. And that's real bad for that team too, because they needed him. He was the best thing they had going on over there.
Yeah.
And I don't think Treylon Burks is going to jump into that role at all. I think he's done.
He can barely be a number 3, let alone a number 2 or 1.
Yeah.
So.
Moving on here, we see you got some news from Jordan Addison doing the things that NFL players do in the offseason. Man, I don't get it sometimes, bro. Like you have enough money to get a chauffeur. If you drinking or you high or whatever, just call a ride.
I don't get it either, man. Too much money and that doesn't even help. That doesn't help anybody but Jefferson users from that standpoint, because Hockenson will still be out. Yep. I think he's going to get suspended like 3 games.
At least.
Like that does nothing for me personally, but unfortunate situation, but fortunate for Jefferson, users.
Yeah. One piece of news that I was very interested to hear about was that Gus Edwards had an off-season surgery. And I thought J.K. Dobbins was left for dead after his Achilles injury last year. But it sounds like
they got them listed as co-starters for Saturday.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to get some playing time. Like he's really going to be a part of this team. Mm-hmm. I thought he would be in a third string, maybe an emergency back, just sitting back there. But look, he's going to be getting some touches.
You know what that tells me? Herbert is going to throw the ball 12 to 21 times a game this year.
Oh, yeah.
He's not throwing the ball 20, 25 plus, 30 plus times.
Yeah, somebody throw the ball too.
Yeah. I do like Ladd. I like the guy that they got out the first round.
Yeah, yeah, I do as well.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's a bad. But I mean, I got J.K. Dobbins in Dynasty, and I was thinking about just dropping them, but now I'm like, I need to hold on to him, see what see what happens. It might
They
might be
both
worth
finna
it. Might
get
worth
hurt.
right, but at least for now, I need all the backs I can get. You watch the Hall of Fame game at all?
Unfortunately, I did not. I didn't even get a chance to watch it, but I heard it was a good game.
It was decent. I think Drake made threw like 3 passes, and that was it. I saw pieces of it, and I know your boy Colin Johnson, apparently from the Bears, he balled out. He
He
had
went off. Yeah.
356, 2
That
touchdowns.
that leads me into Hard Knocks. We watched that in Hard Knocks first up, for like right after.
Yeah.
Man. So what do you think about Hard Knocks from like the Giants to now the Bears?
So this is my conundrum. I think the Giants fucked it up for everybody else.
They showed too much.
They showed way too much. It was hella good TV. Like, but I think every team after them are gonna be like, no what, we need to dial it back, and when the cameras are on and not reveal too much because they getting flack in the media. But I thought it was real nice to hear that candid conversations behind the closed doors. Like, this is our money. This is what we need to do. These are spots we need to fill. Like, things we believe should be happening. We want to see it.
Right.
And we don't want to hear the coach speak on the podium telling us bullshit. This is behind. This is like, yeah, we need this. This is how much we got. We can't afford him. If he wants this much, we got to let him walk. Like, that's real conversations. I thought it was really, really good. It was my favorite out of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and like, it's good to see like what we as fans see like in our thought process and how we can like actually view that against the professionals to see how they view things. So yeah, it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, especially when they sat down with the rookies and they interviewed the rookies, and you could tell from the beginning like they wanted neighbors from like the jump. Like that was their guy from the jump. And they flirted with the other receivers, but they wanted him from the jump. They couldn't they couldn't trade up to get a quarterback. Like that was their man's. And it's the truth. Like they set it up from the beginning. Like, hey, if we can't get a quarterback, then we're gonna get a weapon for Daniel Jones and keep it rolling. And that's the way we look at it too. Like if you can't,
right, you're not paying a quarterback $30-40 million to hand the ball off to an injury plagued $12-15 million running back. So I get it. Like, and I said the same thing. Yeah. I wouldn't have paid Saquon either, to be quite honest. But
you see the first episode of the Bears one?
I did. I think it's going to be interesting. Like, it'll be interesting to see Caleb, like, as a professional and how he is around other men. Especially with the reports about his attitude and like him not being humble and all these different things. So I think it'll be a good look into that, especially as the Bears try to, they got a lot of expectation. So I'm excited.
But I think that his attitude, they kind of feed into it. I think like watching that first episode made me feel as if he seems like the player who likes to be coached. Like even though he has a skill set and he's super hyped, he still wants to be coached to get better. And I feel like what they're doing right now is just kind of riding his dick. Like, you're the greatest, you're the best. And he's like, I could tell like he wants more. Like you can see him with them like trying to figure things out and talking to the players like, hey, I'm gonna get better at this, so on and so forth. So it's good to see that from him. I'm just hoping that they can mold him properly. Because I hate to see when these top prospects go to these bad teams and the bad situations and end up just being nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Any more Cam news? I know I saw JJ got released today, a few minutes ago actually, from the from the Patriots. He fell from grace bad.
Super bad. Yeah, I don't know. I think the funniest thing for me is just DK fighting and trying to cap. He tried to kill somebody.
Like, that was his own teammate too.
Right, that's your own teammate. Like,
be your man's.
Should be your own people.
It'd be your own people, man. That's But it was the second week of training camp, so they just out there in the heat, just ready to. They just full of energy.
Mm-hmm. They're ready to get it off.
Yeah, it's man. Be your own teammate though. You can't get mad at your own teammate with the cameras out.
Not that mad. He swung on full helmet at his own helmet at the dude. It was crazy.
So will he get suspended?
Probably not. Pete Carroll
will probably a fine.
He wants, yeah.
Carroll's not there no more.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Carroll gone. It's a new coach, and I can't remember his name right now, but it's a new coach over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I see the very least a fine. It's training camp, so they probably won't suspend him.
Right.
I heard he swung on him. I don't know if the helmet actually made contact or not. If it made contact, that might be a different story.
Bruh, can you imagine? Man.
That's my life, bruh.
Right.
That's more than fighting words.
This is crazy.
All right, let's move on to our main topic today. We want to go through the top 10 players from quarterback, receiver, and running back positions, and from top 10 players of my fantasy league, and decide if they're going to be top 10 again next year, and if not, who's going to replace them. So starting off with the quarterbacks, top 10 in this league, according to points, was Josh Allen, Dak, Goff, Mahomes failed, Love, Hurts, Tua, Lamar, Purdy, and Derek Carr. So who you got not being in top 10 this year?
So I'm going to take out Purdy, Carr, and Love. And this is what I'm going to replace them with. Burrow, Richardson, and Stroud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had the same three guys that you mentioned I was thinking about as well. So I agree with Carr. I think Carr's out. Mm-hmm. He started off last year. I looked it up. He had the first 5 games. He had 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And first 5 he had 14 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I'm sorry. The last 5 he had 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So he fell off badly. Mm-hmm. And I think Kamara's getting older, so you're not gonna have the drop off passes anymore. But here's my problem with Purdy. I had Purdy on my list as well. And I was like, Purdy had a lot of yards, but he probably got all those yards from run after the catch. But he had the 9th most air yards in the league last year. So he was airing it out. So I took him off my list. I highlighted them in yellow as a maybe. But I took him off my list. And I think Love gets back there. I think Love gets back to 10. But now that you mentioned Stroud, because I have Burrow and Kyler getting in top 10. I didn't even put Stroud in there, but that's a tough one though. Stroud, yeah, he might get in the top 10 especially with Diggs out there too.
Yeah, I could say Murray. I could say Murray over Richardson, but I like Richardson.
Should be a good year
if he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, that part. See, this is all assuming that nobody gets injured.
Right.
Because if you can go through this list and be like, yeah, especially the running backs, it can get real dicey.
Yeah.
So for receivers, we have top 10, Tyreek, CD, Amon-Ra, Puka, AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Nico Collins. 9 is Mike Evans, and then 10 is Ayuk.
You tell me who you removed first, and I'll.
So off the break, I pulled out DJ Moore and Keenan.
Same.
Because because the rookie quarterback, he's not gonna be able to. I don't believe he can be able to support 2 top 10 receivers. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And then I took out Evans and Nico. I took out Nico for the same reason. With Diggs over there now and Tank Dell's there's a lot of mouths to feed. So I still see him being a good receiver. Definitely top 20, maybe top 15, but I don't know if he'll be top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Evans, is like,
I don't
so
know, man. He always squeaks in.
but they lost their well. Evans always has a new OC or a new quarterback or a new
And he always
head
gets the
coach, and he
job
always
done.
yeah. But they did lose their was the OC to I forget what team he went to, but they have the same weapons there too. Baker's still there, and he might squeak in there. But I started thinking about other ones, like you got Chase, Jefferson, and Harrison.
That's why I'm gonna replace Keenan and DJ with Jamar and Jefferson. And then I'm
Those
gonna keep the list like that.
Oh, this is just those two.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Nico and Ayuk in the top 10.
So okay, let me ask you this question then. So you keep Nico in there, so you're pretty much saying that Dix is some shit.
I'm gonna say that he's not. Yeah, not that he's some shit, but I just think that he's not gonna get as many touches as we. Who am I kidding? Yeah.
But okay, so let me ask you this question though. So okay, so he goes over there. We're gonna say that Nico's number one, right? So he's on the outside. From what I'm reading in the tea leaves, they're gonna have Tank Dell on the outside as well. So now you can have Diggs in the slot. Diggs is gonna kill slot DBs. If the number one DB is on Nico, Diggs is going to eat in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he may not be the old Diggs well enough or good enough to eat in the outside, but in the slot, I think he's gonna be real serious. So I'm wondering, like, will he demand those touches because it's gonna be open all the time in the slot enough to take away from Nico to pull him out of top 10? But you don't think so?
Who am I replace Nico with?
I think Harrison might squeak in there because he's gonna get all the touches.
You really think Kyler gonna get? Okay, maybe. I think so.
If I think Kyler may squeak in there as top 10 quarterback, then I think Harrison can squeak in there as top 10 receiver. Because who's the ball can go to? I mean, you got McBride, but besides McBride, I mean, who else? Connor will get his here and there, but it's gonna be, unless he gets injured, of course. Like you always say, get injured is a problem for everybody. But
yeah,
I think he'll get his touches.
Okay.
Just off of volume alone, I think he might break in there. So lastly, we got the running backs. Number one's McCaffrey, then Brees, Kyron, which was interesting. Then Henry, Etienne, Mostert, Rashad White, Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, and then 10 is Mixon. Who'd you pull out of that?
I'm pulling out Henry. I'm pulling out White. I'm pulling out Mixon. I don't want to pull out Mostert because of that offense, but he might split time as he's a year older.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put Pachenko at top 10. And for Henry, I'm going to put Barkley. For White, JT returns to form. I think he's going to get back in the top 10 per usual.
You put Pacheco in top 10?
Yeah. I think they're going to try to balance it out. I think he's going to get more touches in the backfield than just carries.
Mm-hmm.
And plus,
you know,
and plus, Derrick Henry. Like I can't put Derrick Henry in the top 10. I don't think he's going to get the ball enough.
So I was hating on Pacheco all last year. So I mean, he could be top 10 in that offense. I thought Henry, but I decided not to because he may not get as many carries as he did in Tennessee, but he'll get more quality carries because the box won't be as crowded anymore with Lamar and those receivers. So it may not take as many carries as he needs to reach what he needs to be top 10. And I think he still has enough juice left to to pull that. Now
Maybe.
the problem is touchdowns with Lamar. That's the problem that can hold him back.
Mm-hmm.
I took out Rachaad White and Mixon.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rachaad White can repeat what he did last year.
Yeah.
With all those dump off catches. I mean, it's the same personnel over there, so he might do it over again. But I think it'd be hard for him to repeat all that. And Mixon, I just think it's just time for him he's gonna start slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
He's over there in Houston now, right? So I think again, it's a lot of mouths to feed, and the ball's gonna be going around a lot. I don't think it's gonna be a top 10. But I did add in Saquon behind that O-line. But I think there's gonna be another running back that is just unknown, like a rookie running back. They'll come out of nowhere.
Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah, something like that, or just somebody that you don't. It's always that wild card. I feel like it's gonna be replaced by somebody I just don't know. You know, and not like don't know, but not really tracking right now.
Yeah,
it's gonna pop up. So I didn't have my second person is unknown, unknown RB.
That doesn't do any well. It's not like you don't know if the person's in the league or not. Like you got to give a guess.
It could be Jonathan Brooks. It could be. I mean, it won't be him because he's gonna start slow.
Mm-hmm.
He won't start playing until what week 3 or 4, and he's gonna start off real slow. So he won't pick up till later on. So now I won't be with Jonathan Brooks. I was running backs because this is what happens. Of course, we're saying with barring no injuries, but there's always injuries in running backs, and then somebody's gonna pop out of nowhere, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, who's this guy?" It could be a second or third round back now that's not really getting any playing time, and I feel like it's gonna be that darling league winner back, so come out of nowhere, and then just like boom, he's top 10. But I do like Saquon there. With that Eagles offense.
Mm-hmm.
Less men in the box, better O-line. I'm happy for him for going to Eagles and getting a chance.
So you're only gonna replace 2.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the fence with Henry.
So you don't think JT is gonna have a top 10 year?
I want him to. Top 12, maybe. I think he's in the same boat because of Richardson. I don't know how
he's gonna still carries from him.
Yeah, touchdowns and carries because they don't plan on slowing Richardson down with his carries. So, it's hard to say what JT will do until I fully see the full potential of Richardson because he plays so many games. So I think his style of play will take away from JT, but I still think it would be like top 12, top 15, maybe. Like he's gonna be up there.
Mm-hmm.
Another wild card in there was Kyron because I don't know about that offense and what they're gonna do with Kyron. So I mean, he could slide, but I think the rest are pretty. And then you say Mostert, the Dolphins offense is just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably have like 5 good games, and each game would be like 100 points.
Right, a crazy game.
And that's all he really needs. But yeah, that's it for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the little rundown. Some quick hitters coming up. So tomorrow I will be releasing the draft order for everybody. And then keeper selections are due next Saturday. And the draft is the following Saturday, offline at my house. I will have a Zoom link for the few people who are out of town that cannot make it, but for the most part, I'll be at my house. So draft day is the 24th. Money is due the day of the draft. I repeat, money is due the day of the draft before draft starts.
See your money.
Do not make me hunt you down and text you separately. That's my last announcement for that, but probably not. Probably not. Probably not again.
You know you're gonna have to announce it again.
Yeah. All right, man. That's all we got. We'll catch y'all next week in the huddle.
Holla. Peace.
We out.